So it's been 2 days since my show. Hey guys, we are just about to go on stage right now. Number 172, wish me luck. I really want to ensure that I document how I am implementing my reverse diet. This is my main reason for being so thorough with my vlogs throughout my entire prep. So you guys can see how my body composition is changing, how the intensity of my nutrition and workouts is evolving in order to obtain that body composition that I am looking for when you're going on stage. If you're not interested in doing a show, I want you to think of this as your journey for achieving your body composition results. This entire process does not have to be just for people who are competing. So if you're looking to just lose weight or to obtain a lean body type, then the overall theory of this can still be applied. So just think of it as your weight loss journey. So when I first started my 18-week cut for competition, I was 119 pounds. My stage weight was about 105 pounds, and I'm only 5'4", so I'm pretty short, so that's a good amount of weight to lose in just 18 weeks. So because I am done my prep, I have achieved my goal, I need to reverse diet out of that caloric deficit that I've been in for the last 18 weeks. So if you've lost your 50 pounds and you're excited and you think you can go back to your old ways of eating, stop right there, because you're gonna put all that weight back on and then some. So that's why I really wanna make sure that I show you guys my reverse diet. I feel like a lot of post competitors don't really talk about this. It's kind of like in the movies where you don't know what happens after the big kiss at the end, right? Well, what happens next, right? What happens post-show? A lot of competitors, especially girls, we have such an emotional attachment to food that I've heard numerous times again how so many female competitors just binge after a show and put on 30 pounds within a week. I'm serious, within a week, about 30 pounds. That's not water weight. So I'm gonna talk to you today physiologically what's kind of going on in my body right now and for most people after they've achieved their goal weight. Let me quickly tell you what I did after my show. So he and I had a strategy of how I was going to spend my evening after my show and the first day post show. The night after my show, I was to go and just enjoy myself, get something that I wanted. We weren't going to track any macros or anything like that. I was just going to eat until I was physically full, not mentally, because if I was mentally full, I could have eaten a lot more than what I did. So I had a Cajun chicken burger and some French fries. That was it. The day after the show, which was my travel home day, I wanted to film for you guys, but we were traveling, so it was just a little too difficult. So I did do a Snapchat story. So I'll overlay some of the photos of what I ate that day. Again, we're just going to eat things in moderation. No tracking was to take place, and just going to eat for enjoyment, but again within moderation and with the sole goal of no binging. And I succeeded with that. I honestly had no cravings to binge any foods after my show. And I really want to emphasize this because the reason I feel like I didn't have any type of binge cravings after my show was because of flexible dieting. I still ate brownies, donuts, corn pops, Frosted Flakes up until the day of my show. When Kyle and I got to Kelowna 3 days out, we went grocery shopping and I got little bowls, cashew milk, and corn pops because I knew that that's what I wanted. So because of that, I really had no cravings for anything else that I needed to gorge on. Maybe pizza a bit. I did eat half a pizza, but that's about it. I didn't eat 3 pizzas. Does that make sense? So now that it's 2 days after my show, it's time to get back on track. And that's where a reverse diet is going to be implemented for me. So I'm basically going to reverse out of my caloric deficit over time to minimize fat regain. So that's the main goal. Now, I don't have the goal to maintain abs all summer long. I honestly think being this lean is pretty unhealthy. So, I mean, if a little bit of fat regain occurs, I'm okay with that. So for instance, on show day, I was 105 and I woke up this morning and I was 108. Probably a lot of that is water due to the sodium and the water intake that I consumed yesterday, but I'm okay with that. Even if that is fat, I'm okay with that. I do not need to have abs all summer long. There's no reason for that. I'm cold a lot anyways, so a little bit of fat would be nice. So let's talk about physiologically what is actually going on in my body right now. So when you're in caloric deficit, your body creates an energy gap. And this gap, it activates the body's self-defense system. It also lowers your metabolic rate, your thyroid hormone drops, and your leptin levels drop as well, all with the sole goal to close this energy gap. So when you're in a fat loss phase, this causes your leptin hormone to drop. This is the hormone that tells you that you're full. And actually studies are starting to show that this hormone stays a lot lower even after the dieting phase. So my leptin hormone is really low right now, which means that even though I might not feel full, I actually am. So this is a bad thing because it can cause a lot of people to overeat. And then while your leptin hormone is decreasing, your ghrelin hormone is increasing, and this is the hunger hormone. So if your hunger is increasing and your leptin levels are decreasing, you can see how people tend to completely overshoot their original body weight after the dieting phase. So basically, you feel more hunger, your satiety levels are low. This causes fewer calories to be burned because your metabolic rate is lower. So this is typically why a lot of competitors do binge and regain unhealthy weight after a show. It's a recipe for disaster. So now that you kind of understand what's going on with my body right now and what typically occurs with many other people who have lost tons of weight, you can see how so many people will overshoot their original body weight after a dieting phase within weeks. So enter reverse dieting. So basically, like I've mentioned, I am going to reverse out of a caloric deficit by increasing my macros over time. It's going to be very difficult because even me talking to you right now, I'm starving. Yes, I haven't eaten anything yet, and that's probably why, but my goal is to continue eating the foods that I've been eating, maybe throw in a couple of extra treats, but pay close attention to my fiber, making sure I'm eating a lot of veggies as well, because the fiber and even the protein intake is what's gonna keep me full right now. And the more full I feel, the more satisfied I feel, the less likely I am going to binge after a show. We'll see how that goes. I think that's all I wanna incorporate into this video today. Start getting back into some more educational videos for you guys. I'm not gonna show you any of the foods that I'm eating today because I honestly am gonna be eating a lot of the same foods that I've been eating. As soon as I stop this video, I'm actually gonna go have some toast with cream cheese. Now, what I am gonna do for that is I'm not gonna be as religious with weighing everything out. Yes, I'm still gonna weigh out my cream cheese, but I'm not gonna weigh my bread because that's another part of the reverse dieting phase, is to reverse diet out of being so obsessive over getting your macros 100% accurate. Small fluctuations when you're not competing for a show is totally fine. So that's gonna be it today, you guys. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next episode.